my box blade when I was getting the tractor out this morning. Dropped it off because I have a new goodie to play with today. I say I'm going to do a bunch of work, but I've got an area here which is it's been dozed, but there's a lot of smaller stuff that's coming up. So my hope is that I can rip up the roots and stumps of the little trees, maybe 2-3 inch trees that were growing in this area before the dozer came through. Obviously want to preserve all the pines, all the cedars, and all of the more desirable trees, but this oaky thicket stuff is pretty nasty, and I just don't think the box scraper teeth would be enough to do it. So I got a subsoiler. I did try to get the John Deere subsoiler, but my dealer couldn't get one for me. With all that's going on in the world right now, the shipments are late, production is slow, delays, and I was able to get one from Tractor Supply Company same day. So after 2 weeks of waiting and not being able to come out here and do this job, I picked one up at TSC. This is the area I'm going to come through and rip, take out any stumps that were left from when the dozer came through, and try and keep this vegetation coming back. And then also, using the subsoiler / ripper for what it's really intended to do, which is open up this ground that's compacted. Any water that comes onto this side, let it go into the ground and stop flowing over the surface of the ground before it comes back onto the driveway down a little bit lower, which is right in front of the camera, but you can't really see it. I'll come around a little bit more, and you can see this part of the driveway. It cuts left a little bit before it cuts right again. And this section right over here, loosen that up a little bit more so my front end loader can get in there. And I might try to do like another circular driveway type thing in this area as well. It'll make it easier to get in and out with a camping trailer, and frankly even with the 21.5 foot long truck. So that's the project for the day. Like I said, I'm gonna get to go on the tractor here, get going on the tractor, and torque my wheels, grease my fittings, get this subsoiler set up. So I just had a closer look at this, and actually I noticed all 3 pins are suspended above their mating point with the eye match. So this is the problem right here. This is not they brace the top of this, which I appreciate, that makes it stronger, but it's going to need some material taken off of it because it doesn't clearance the hook. So I'm going to have to clearance that, and I don't think I have anything out here that I can do that with. I got some little tiny files. It'll take a long time to do it with those. Okay, here we are. So all I had is a little triangle hand file, and I took 1/4 of an inch out here, and that was enough to get the Cat 1 pin in. Well, this Country Line subsoiler ripper lasted about 45 seconds in the ground, and the reason being, not because it was abused for sure, and not really lifed out, but there's no penetration on these welds at all. So this band broke, and there's no penetration into the main beam from this cross beam. So, and these other welds are cracked over here on this side. This weld is cracked too. And now the thing is pretty much folded up like a pretzel. It's so bad, I couldn't even make anything out of this. So either get the Frontier from Deere, or I do have a receiver frame for the back of the tractor, and there's a company makes one with a shear bolt and a relatively inexpensive tooth. on just a receiver. So I may go that route as well. I'll let you guys know what I decide to do, but this was a waste of time and money, and that's that. Try again next time.